people are gonna start thinking that I'm shilling the game and that I'm getting paid. So let me complain about the game a little bit, you know? Community manager, I'm not gonna drop any names, that works in the Arena Breakout Infinite, DM'd me and asked me, you know, what do I think? Do I have some critiques? And I said, I'm not gonna tell you here, I'm gonna fully expose you on the YouTube. Have fun! No, I'm kidding. I'm usually doing like those kinds of, you know, constructive criticism, feedback and suggestions in the video format. So I'm gonna just link him the video, you know? So here we go. Okay, my biggest complaint about the game. Would you say, am I a good solo player? Am I a good, like, is my skill good enough to dominate? Why am I even asking chat? Why am I even asking chat, dude? Why am I even asking chat, dude? Mid. Okay, chat. Okay. No matter how you turn it, okay? 99.99% of my gaming experience is solo. I love solo, dude. When I'm playing off stream, although that's not happening anymore because I'm a content creator, when I'm playing on stream, I'm playing solo. I like solo. Why? Because I like to have my own pace of the game. If I wanna go sit in the bush for 20 minutes so I can go get a quick fap in the bathroom, I can do that. I do not have Billy TTV in my squad that is W gaming. You know? I can go with the flow, however the fuck I want, you know? And on top of that, when I'm playing solo as a streamer, I'm talking from the streamer perspective, when I'm playing the game, it's me and the chat. Me and Twitch chat, we are together in this, right? When you're playing in team, it's you and your teammates and chat is just watching TV. You're not having any conversation and any kind of engagement with the chat. I do not like group gameplay on stream at all. Solo is the way for me, personally. That's subjective, but I'm sure that there is plenty of the streamers that think the same, and I'm sure that there is plenty of players that are not even streaming that would like to solo the game. They do not want to group up with random bozos. With that said, solo is borderline impossible. Borderline impossible. Right now, we are sitting at whooping 1,577 quants. Now, I do not know, is it cheaters, is it stream snipers, is it EU servers, or is it just solo is difficult? Not sure which one is it, but trust me, I'm not that bad at a video game. Trust me, you know? Every single person that is playing in the group, you can go check any streamer, they're on 2 million rubles, you know? 2 million. I do not know, is it you? I do not know, skill issue. Okay. Let's say I'm bad, okay? Let's say I'm garbage man, dude. If I'm fighting other 4-man team of dog shit ass players, what do you think who would win? In this game, size matters a lot. It matters way more than in the Escape from Tarkov. Why, you might ask? Group gameplay in this game is overpowered because of the nameplates. You do not need any comms, dude. You need comms, I see a guy. Oh, okay. And then you push them, you see exactly where your teammate is. You can zerg down the guy with knowing pinpoint where your teammate is. You will never accidentally shoot at your teammate because you were thinking that it is the enemy. Never. That's the thing. That's the thing. Nameplates. They are giving an absurdly huge advantage in this game. Now, here is the issue. This game offers you to queue up with the randoms, right? If you queue up with the randoms, those nameplates are kinda important, especially in the countries like, you know, in the Europe region, where nobody uses VoIP. Your US is completely different story. US uses VoIP like a motherfucker, right? EU, homie, nobody has mic, nobody's talking, no one ever talks, you know? So I kinda understand nameplates, you know? I kinda do. It would be cool if at least those nameplates are a little bit nerfed. Like Cycle Frontier did. You cannot see the nameplates if you do not have direct line of sight with your teammate. And the nameplate pops in 0.25 millisecond, a little bit later when the guy pops out of the indirect line of sight, or something like that. This would help solo players, definitely, right? Because you would still need to have that interaction with, oh, is that my teammate or is it somebody else? You know? That's my first suggestion. The thing is, in Arena Breakout Infinite mobile, no, in the Arena Breakout mobile, the devs are pushing events constantly, right? Constant events. How Nikita is now desperately doing the events, Arena Breakout Mobile is constantly doing some kind of events. Cool events that are worth doing, right? So it will be cool, like, I'm okay even if the devs are just waiting a little bit longer when the game comes out, so they make the event without the nameplates, make the event without, so, you know, they can do that. They have that flexibility of doing that. And I think that will be fucking cool. Now, the second suggestion is pretty plain and simple. Solo queues and pre-mates and random group gameplay. You know, pretty simple. If you're going solo in, you're fighting other solos. Now, the issue here is spawn points. I don't think that the game has enough of the player's spawn points for that. But I don't know. Figure it out. Solo queues are also the way, but I don't think that in current state that is even possible. Just because of the way how maps are working and how player spawns are. Even now, people are rushing spawns, so I do not know how that would work. Or having some kind of a priority queues. So if you're going in solo, it will be cool that you're fighting other solos or duos, right? The game is gonna do its best to queue you up with the number of the people that you are queuing with, you know? So if you're playing duo, like you're gonna mostly fight duos, but sometimes trios, sometimes solos, you know? If you're going as a solo, sometimes you're gonna see solos, sometimes duos, you know? But the game is gonna do its best not to queue solos with trios, if that makes sense. Priority queue, like based on the size of the team, right? That's also possible, that's also viable, right? I'm just spitting out the different suggestions in different ways, how I would see that those changes would help out the solo players, you know? But yeah, like the thing is, Tarkov never wanted to do that because they wanted to have that, you know, mystery with you not knowing if the guy is solo or in a group, right? So with having priority queues, where the game is gonna just like randomly put maybe sometimes one guy, maybe sometimes two guys, right? Or like slapping together queues, solos, duos, duos, trios, trios, quads. So solo can only fight solos and duos, but if you go in as a duo, sometimes you're gonna fight duos and solos, sometimes you're gonna fight duos and trios. You're gonna still get that effect of the mystery, right? Of not knowing if he was solo or in a group, right? Like the thing is, people were skeptical about all of that, how boring it would be if you're fighting only solos. Project Lit did that. In Project Lit, when you're solo queuing, you're fighting only solos. If you played Project Lit, if you watched me playing Project Lit, solo queues, fighting other solos, it's not as half as bad as I was thinking it will be. The another thing is, when you're going inside of the raid, right? When you're going inside of the raid, and you do the auto match, when the game randomly selects your teammates, randoms versus pre-mates is completely another world. I will not say impossible. It is just impossible. It is impossible. It's borderline impossible to win group of pre-mates that are sitting on Discord every day for years, communicating with each other with bunch of randoms. It's impossible. So even queuing people together in the same raid, pre-mates and randoms, I don't know. Like the thing is, I think that this game is gonna have way more people, way more player base than Tarkov ever had. And I don't think that this game is gonna have the issues with queues. Just my couple of bucks, right? And one more thing that I wanna point out. I do not wanna restrict with my suggestions. I do not wanna restrict the developers to balance the game around solos. Do not do that. I do not know what is in developers' head, right? That's why I'm giving so many different suggestions. I do not know what is the vision of the developers, how do they see this game in the future, and I do not want to shift your perspective. You know, I do not want the developers to balance the game around the solos, right? If there is something really hard, right? I'm okay with grouping up around difficult content, right? I have no problems with, okay, we are doing difficult content, we have to group up. We have to queue up together, and we need to, like, you know, do this together because solo is way too difficult. I have no problems with that. Even with the events that are gonna pop up, I have no problems with grouping up with the people here and there, you know? But constant 24/7 Billy TTV screaming in my ear here and Timmy TTV screaming in my fucking ear here on the Discord constantly like this, and I'm trying to read the chat. Please, please, please help me, please. I can't. Please tell me your thoughts, by the way. What do you think? What is the best? Let this be the open discussion, you know, the dialogue, the conversation, the productive brainstorming, dude, you know? Not the critique, not negative hype, not bashing the game, not fucking, you know, negative press, you know, just constructive criticism, you know? Thank you for your attention, dude.